Guys, this is just for the night owls. We're up late. We're streaming. I still remember how to hook all this stuff up. This is amazing. I got all kinds of ridiculous stuff on my desk. Not for the show. No, not for the show. I have this stuff on my desk just as a working environment. Hey man, how's it going, Christian? Good to see you. Sweet Lou Gaming. All right, we got a couple people hanging out. Thanks for joining in. And like I said, this always impromptu, but I just gotta make sure the computer's working, make sure I still know what I'm doing. So that's what we're gonna do. Pretend like I know what I'm doing. Pretty much just how I've gotten this far in life. I have a couple things on my desk, and I want to start out with one thing specifically. And Lou, I'm glad you're here because you would appreciate this. This right here, this is a camera you probably have never seen before. The Yumeka camera with a radio. Look at that thing. And I put a link in the description of this video. The old camera guy, I gave him one of these. He did a review on it. And the one thing he didn't do in the review was test it out. So I want to do that tonight. Now, he did an awesome video where he has video samples or photo samples from the camera, which is something I don't have. I've never shot any film through this. And so I wanted to just show you guys again this little camera. It's been sitting here. I gave him one. It was new old stock. I don't think it's ever been opened. And then I kind of felt like I kind of wanted it. So I've got another one. I got it on eBay. Not a lot of people are looking for these, obviously, now that we all have Bluetooth and all this stuff. This is a time, let's see if we can find a date first, because this is a time where you think about it. Walking around, I mean, imagine this. You're walking around, taking photos, just listening to the radio. Like, this is a dream come true. This is what you guys probably already do anyways. So let's see if we can, here's the instruction manual. You can take a look. There's all of the things. Description of all the parts. Film advance lever, exposure carrier, shutter reverse button, yada yada. And let's see if we can find a date. I'm really curious. There's something. Well, we know it's old because there's no UPC symbol. That's always the first sign. No UPC symbol on that. So what is that? 1970s, right? Sorry about that. Here we go. This is the Oh, this is actually a really colorful. It's black and white, but I mean, it's a really detailed instruction manual. Look at that. They really did this up real nice. See that? Those are high quality photos right there. All right, not alone. Hey, thanks for joining in, man. I'm glad to see you. Catch you right before you go to sleep. That's usually, I'm always just about to go to sleep. Pretty much since the moment I wake up in the daytime. We're talking about this Yumeka camera, and it doesn't look like there's any date on here. There's no date. But this instruction manual, impressive. I mean, I know it's just one flyer, but the images are great. We're just going to venture out and say 1972. No, you know what? This might be a 68. Is that possible? 68? Let's get into the box. Box opening. Guys, if I told you my desk is crazy, it is crazy. So the first thing we have in here are the headphones. And I had this already opened earlier. The headphones fold up and they're missing some foam. I want to get some replacement foam. Probably orange. I think that'd be cool. Look at that. Boom. Just like that. We're in. We're in. Now let's check out this camera. And this box has, you got your strap, your red and white strap, red and black strap. This is something that I am amazed at. And like I said, the old camera guy did a review on this. Look at, I don't know if you can tell the quality of this. This is like pleather, but it's like high quality. Look how dense that is. It's got access panel. So you can still plug in and adjust your radio right there. so you could listen to this while it's still in the case. But look at the quality. I'm so impressed. So we'll unbutton the hatch. Try not to drop it on my stuff here. And this is where the camera is relatively basic. I'm going to take this bottom cover off, but you can see here, like, it has a nice, I mean, they made this thing look really nice, and there's the presentation for it. Ooh, really nice. But I'm going to take the bottom off of this. We'll just set this on my temporary workstation pile right here. And it's plastic. You have your basic stuff on the bottom. This is the battery compartment for, let's see, the 2 AA's. Oh, an SD card slot right there. Just kidding. These are 2 AA's right there. Actually, let's load it up while we got it open. Hope these batteries are charged. I'll tell you what, though, you know, compared to some of the older, I think of like the old Canon cameras, this latch is legit. It's a hinged latch. It's got a little, it's not that, I think of the plastic hinge. This is like a legit rolling hinge. Batteries are in. So we'll take the lens cap off. Lens cap is just your thin plastic. Nothing too great with that. Can't win them all. Not much going on though. It's just a point and shoot. So you can see there, you have your adjustments. So you're like sunlight, indoor. That's pretty much all you got. Point and shoot. And right here, you'd have your rewind. Oh wait, actually no. This is your radio adjustment right here. And I don't know, I'd have to look. It looks like that's all you get, which is kind of unfortunate. I'm surprised that it doesn't have a cool silver dial on the top there. Let's wind it up. Let's listen to this. Ooh, not that great. It's not gonna have, it doesn't have that cool, like, it's just a click. All right, we'll pop this open. How's it looking there? Oh, this is like super clean. It still has the gel pack in there. Should I leave this thing in here? You guys see that? Did you see it? I didn't see it either. All right, now for the moment we've been waiting for. And I'm going to have to figure this out because as I'm looking at this, let's take a look at the end of this. Okay, so here you go. Sorry, my lighting's a little off. That is a, I think it's a 2.5. Is that right? 2.5. I think typical ones are 3.5. This is a smaller than normal earphone jack. Mono. But there's no speaker on this, so you can't just jam out to AM radio. It's the only option we have here. I actually also don't know how you turn this off and on. Should I read the instructions? No. Oh, we figured it out. There's only a couple buttons on the top here. So right there is your winding button. You just click that like a volume. It clicks on. You can hear it. There. And that clicks it off. So what I'm going to do is I'll plug this in. And I guess I'll have to put the headphones up to the speaker. But first, let me just make sure this thing actually, the batteries are good. So we're going to turn it on. Oh yeah, I hear static. And the good thing for me is there's an AM radio station just down the street. All right, hang on. Oh. It sounds like this headphone thing. All right, here we go. So Yeah, my jack, this is a little jacked up. No problem. Here we go.
Based upon sexual orientation. I mean, it is so insane.
You guys hear that?
This is against people protection.
Ooh. Good luck explaining that noise. You get the idea. There's not many options. I only have the one station here locally that's AM. I was really hoping, when I tried this out earlier in the daytime, I had more frequencies. Well, that's cool. I think it's cool to have like the original stock of that. I think that's neat. But I'm kind of thinking there's a couple screws on the bottom. I'm not going to do it tonight, but I'm thinking, I mean, it's actually impressive. All that radio stuff is in this area somewhere. But I'm thinking, let's switch it out and put an FM radio in there. I don't want to hack it so it's not, I don't want it to be Bluetooth. We already got the Bluetooth thing down. But to switch it to FM radio, I wonder how hard that might be. That may be kind of fun, right? Just a thought. But there you go. We got that. I wanted to try that out. How's everything going with you guys? I know, Lou, I sent you a text earlier. You just up doing some game capture footage? What you got going on tonight? Not alone. We keep waiting. We're waiting. We're subscribed and we're waiting for your next upload. I had in the thumbnail, you might have saw, I have this camera here. Yeah, I'm going to use it to, yeah, what? I got this for the radio functionality, not the photography, okay? Like, that's just, it's a radio with a camera. That's how I take it. I was really in the market for an AM radio, Lou, so, you know, I just figured that this would be the great opportunity. Might as well get a radio that has some extra use, right? Put that in there. No, but that's cool. Got that set up. What was I saying? Oh, so I showed in my thumbnail this camera. I have it right here. I just wanted to get all this stuff put away. I'm really trying to get this desk as clean as possible. And I'm just hanging out. I figured if you guys are bored, whatever, you can hang out. I know I don't have too much going on my end of the internet, but I got a lot of stuff. I'll just set this right here. So this was really cool to find this. I don't know if I've showed this before or not. This right here. Premium. This was a camera. At the time, it was marketed by Aiptek, A-I-P-T-E-K. And this, technically, I think my dad got it on QVC. This would have been my very first digital camera I've ever owned. And we'll take it out of the box here. I was super excited to find this. And serendipitously, is that a word? This has software in it on this disc that I needed for another vintage camera I could not get to connect to my computer. And this disc let me install the software so I can now use that, which means that I can do a video on that. And I kind of, Lou, I might have to talk to you because I wanted to do a little video. I might have to send you out one of these cameras because I thought it'd be fun, a little digital camera. But this is how this camera is. I just call it the Aiptek digital camera. The viewfinder is a pass-through finder. And when actually I got batteries here. Oh, they're AA. Never mind. But it's like old school. It's got the hardcore USB-C big one. So you have a USB-C to USB-C adapter on the side. And the unique thing about this camera is it's super low quality, but it records video. And this was like groundbreaking at the time. You have to remember, like, this is like flip phones were just starting to implement video, right? And I took this camera down to the local hobby shop. And gosh darn it, I don't know. I hope there's somewhere on one of these hard drives I have footage of this, but I strapped this thing to a little slot car. It was like 1/124 scale, big slot car, and it ran around the track. This was huge. This is before YouTube, so this is 2002, 2001. And for the first time, we had point of view video from the racetrack of this thing going around. And I just thought it was the coolest thing. We used Media Player, Real Player, uploaded it to his website. Who knows if anyone ever saw this thing, but it would be fun to track down that video or just recreate it. I got enough stuff around here, but it's very low quality. But the idea of putting a camera on a moving object, you know, basically a GoPro, this was my GoPro. And I was super excited to find this thing. $5. Yeah, nostalgic. And this came with all the same attachments. Look at this base. You would basically hook this up. You'd have a little topper like that. This would be your tripod. And then this would just slide right into it like that. And there's your camera. And I'm pretty sure this can be used as a webcam. It's super low quality. If I had to read the specs on it, I'm thinking 144 by 124, something like super low res. But that's something that I wanted to do. And the coolest part about this, if nothing else, it was the fact that we have software now to run the other cameras that I wanted to do videos on anyways, which I'm super excited about because that other camera, I was going to have to just use it as a webcam and show you guys the image. I mean, it's low quality video, which related, it's interesting because I keep looking up. I started following the paper camera, paper shoot, I think it's called. And that camera came out back in a long time ago. I'm thinking 2014, possibly, maybe even earlier. I think it's still using the same digital chips. I think it still has the same camera chip. That technology is now like nostalgic looking. And they're putting that camera out there. It's like so expensive and it's like such low quality digital. All that to say, let's see what else we got here. Oh, the main event. The main event. The secondary main event. Is there such a thing? There's this YouTube channel I recently came across. And let's just bring it up. Alrighty. Let's see. So, oh, we got it right here. Cool. This channel is called Max Vega. And I have a link in the description of this video. This guy takes these old cameras. I mean, he doesn't have that many videos. But this was the one, obviously, that got on my radar. And then I'm like, wait, what's this? And this is a camera right here. This 1984 camera. I saw this on eBay, and it just looks like such a cool camera. And he rigged it up to shoot video again. And it's something that I know there's a bunch of, like, videos going around, at least with the Instagram channels that I'm following. Everyone's got the digicams, they got the mini DV cams, and they got the FPV record box on the back. Well, this guy uses the same mini DVR that I had for my whatever it was, the one camera that shoots black and white, the Tomy or the Tyco camera. Well, he actually set his up and he has it with a screen and everything. I got some of the components. I'm going to build one of these DVR screens for like $15. You can build one of these as a $15 plus the recorder. So you're looking at like $35, but compared to a $150 DVR recorder. But the main thing is this camera, these cameras are on eBay like crazy because there's nothing you can do with them. They went into this giant box, and the box then was converted into a video signal. you need an entire VCR to run these things. And the prices are kind of fluctuating, but because I mean, they've been sitting on there for so long, you could probably get a hold of one of these for like 15 bucks. And this isn't just the only version that's out there. There's tons of these old video cameras that are literally almost like surveillance cameras, which means with just a little bit of very minimal amount of knowledge and just some Google searching for schematics and stuff, you will need a multimeter just to check some different connections. But he put this thing together, and like, look at the inside of this thing. It's crazy looking. And I recommend going to his channel, checking out some of his other videos. This one's a little bit more advanced because this camera has a tube in there, which I'm like, it just has this very specific look. And the fact that he's being able to bring these back, these things are just sitting on eBay, dying. And even these older ones, I mean, they just basically stop working after a while anyways. But I think it's super cool because as everyone's getting the mini DV cameras and those prices are just skyrocketing, these things are sort of left behind just because you got to take them apart a little bit and do some modifications. But if you want to get a camera, the exact one that he does, he has these tutorials, and if you can follow along, let's just jump ahead. Spoiler alert. He actually set this one up. Look at these little connections right here. Super cool. It's on I have to check. I was going to buy one, and then I realized I think I already own one. Because I think I saw one at a Goodwill once, and I grabbed it, and I'm like, what am I going to do with this thing? I can't hook it into anything. Okay, here we go. We'll show a little bit of that. But this has a super nostalgic look. Like, this is 1970s TV. Look at that. And if you're going to send it directly into a DVR anyways, like, I think this is almost better than taking a 1970s beta cam or VHS camcorder, because this has the tube and all the electronics. Look how minimal the rig is that he has set up. Now, it doesn't record any sound, but I almost wonder if that's even something that you could almost set up to, you could almost splice it in. But if you're going to keep it super minimal, you could follow his tutorial exactly, get the basic components, and then this little DVR box can interchange with the other cameras. But anyways, I just wanted to share this channel. He's got a lot of views on his videos. He just is a smaller channel as far as subscribers. And he just recently uploaded this one, which again, this vintage camera, let's see it here. I don't know if I even know this one. It's like a Barbie camera. Not much to it, but he took it all apart, put a battery in it, rechargeable battery. He has these buttons to activate the recorder. Look at the quality of this. There's raccoons in my wall, I think. There's raccoons in my wall. Look at this. Guys, this is so cool. This is like, I just think this has such unique look. This is stuff that's really hard to replicate. It's not VHS. It's not, I don't like, it just has such a very specific look. And to think, I think some of these are super cheap online. I just love the way that looks. Like, what? It's worth, I think this type of stuff is worth just getting a multimeter. So, little basic, cheap soldering setup. You don't even need to be that good at it. And just follow along, especially when guys like this kind of set it up for you. And then he has a whole detailed thing, like super detailed. Like, looks complicated, but not really. I think he put an extension. Oh, he put it so he has an SD card reader. I think that's what this is. That's cool. I'm gonna have to rewatch that again. Yeah, I think he got this little chip here. Or maybe he took apart that metal thing. I don't know. Whatever the case, though, pretty cool setup. Definitely gonna check that out. But I wanted to share his channel with you guys. And that was pretty much it. I don't know why I'm obsessed with that vintage look. I just know that there's so many people doing this, where they're doing the mini DV cameras and stuff. And there's so many people doing it on Instagram. I can't help but think, guys, you could just try using a mini DV tape. Just see what it looks like. It'll give you some little anomalies on the video. It'll look really authentic. It seems like some people are just buying these cameras and just putting the little DVR on it, not even bothering with the actual tape mechanism, which I think is the most amazing part of the mini DV cameras. That kind of technology is never going to be made again, ever. But yeah, this is the one I got right here, this Save $9 DVR. All the components came in. I had to order them from AliExpress, and you can see the setup. This is that mini DVR I used on that Tyco cam. But now with this monitor out, I think it's kind of cool. Cheap. The problem I always have is with buying cheap stuff, though, is like, I love the DIY aspect, but I'm like, well, if I'm going to order it, I might as well get two, because I want to be able to replicate it, maybe sell one or give it away or whatever. So I end up spending almost as much as one actual DVR unit. Yeah, but that's my problem, not yours. Yeah, it is a pain in the butt to digitize. But here's the thing I think of. It's not, because, and here's why. Fine, you do the DVR setup, get one of these hook up or whatever, get the one that's already really easy to build in, hit record with the tape, also hit record on the DVR. You got both, but that's not all. You just hit play on the VCR or the camcorder and play it into the DVR. You don't even have to digitize it. Just hit play, walk away, and come back when it's done. Old school. So that's something I think about, where it's like, well, if the stuff's already plugged in, you don't even need to actually plug it into a computer and get those special cords. You just play it and then record it into the DVR you already had hooked up anyways. But whatever. We'll see how long the fad lasts. I know me personally, watching this channel and seeing, like, I'm telling you guys, this one right here, this 1984 camera, that's the one. It just has such a specific look. I love it. And now it makes me wonder if I could just get some old surveillance cameras and it might recreate the same look. Like, that's the look I'm looking for. I just like that one. Oh my gosh, there's a cat outside. Sheesh. Hey, Bad Karma, what's going on? Hey, you got the Sony ZV-1 for vlogging. All right, that one's nice. It lights up all red on the screen. All right, I gotta let the cat in. Gotta let the cat in the bag. Sorry about that. I had to make sure it wasn't a raccoon. It's weird. I had they're like these outdoor cats that I let stay here and stuff. And they both know to come up to that window. So that must be the major entry point. Let's see if he knocks over a bunch of my stuff. Okay, little debut. It's gonna work it across. I'm not making this up. This is real. This is real. Oh. Real cat. He was on my keyboard. Hopefully everything's still connected. All right, we're still rolling. Perfect. But yeah, that's cool, Bad Karma. Good to see you. Thanks for stopping in. Oh, there you go. This side towards the screen. Yeah, $10. So you have this camera that we're showing right here. This is the one that you picked up for $10. I just think, I don't know. And like, obviously my problem is I have so many stupid cameras. I need to just use one. But this is sort of like, the gear matters, and it's sort of in the sense of it matters. I'm looking for a specific look. I think it'd just be fun to capture it, and the limitations, because this camera itself, I know he has it pretty, it has a really neat, it almost just looks like one of those director viewfinder things. But this is probably one of those things, like they're already old enough that they'll just kind of disappear, and then we'll never see them again. See here. Okay, it was a different one, but I think I have one like this one. Yeah, he's got all these cameras. Well, I don't want to give too much away, but see, that's where a lot of these older video cameras. So this is where, in my mind, it's kind of like the old film cameras, except this is all digital. So all you need is a little DVR box and a little bit of soldering and just a multimeter just to check the connections. And most of these things, I say most of them, the few that are out there, there's schematics that people have put together. And my thing is just like, I'm just kind of following along. So anytime this guy uploads a new video of a new camera, I'm just on the lookout. Let's see what this one looks like. That's not too bad. See that? It just has a very unique look. So let's go. There we go. I guess this one he shot his music video on. No stabilization. Kind of neat. But yeah, like I said, there's a link in the description to Max Vega's YouTube channel. And that link, Bad Karma, you can check that out. You can find out. He only has a couple of videos. This is this camera right here. I don't know what it's called. It's on the video. You'll see it. What is this though? I didn't even see this one. Now we're just clicking around. Let's see what we got. Interesting. It looks like it's got some haze on it. I don't know. Interesting. Might need to watch that one with audio. Do you think it's got like mold on it? It's a little hazy. Funny thing is this is photos, right? Oh, that one was video. That reminds me of the old adapters they used to have right before DSLR videos started to come up. It was like those adapters you could put on a video camera with the little spinner grinder thing that would give it like the film look. Gosh, I almost got one of those things right before the T2i came out and it changed everything. But yeah, guys, thanks for hanging out. I know I was on here and my problem is I start cruising through AliExpress. You might have seen these. These are like these little film canisters that are lights. And I really think they missed a huge opportunity with this. Whoa. They missed a huge opportunity with this because it should be a flash, right? Wouldn't that be perfect if it had a built-in flash? I kind of want to get one and just see how much of it I could take apart. This is the problem. I don't know that much about electronics, and especially flash modules. Those have like crazy little, whatever those things are, those things that charge up and burst out that power. It might be too small for that kind of a thing, but it makes way more sense if this was a flash instead of just a light. Just my opinion. Yeah, James, that's the problem. That's why I wanted you guys to be here with me. You can see here, this is for my DVR that I got. This is the cable I need. I got the wrong size, and that's where I got a 2.5, and this is actually a 3.5. Not a big deal. I'm not in any major hurry. This is like me planning ahead for my winter projects. Oh, Lou. Okay, so Lou, you have one of these things too. Like, they're cool, but do you see what I'm saying? Like, how cool would that be if that was a little magnetic flash that maybe had like 20 charges in it? Psh, I think it'd be cool because it looks like a film canister and it could actually also work with a film camera. Huh? Right? Wonder why they should make fruit by the foot in like little film canisters like that, right? Did I just invent something? Here we go, guys. Here's your $1 million idea for the night. It's a film canister. It looks just like this, right? It's branded. Except it's gum. You pull it out and it even has the little things on the side. Maybe it's printed. Maybe it's got like, you can hold it up and it has like little cartoon images sort of pressed in there with a little cutout. It's only got like 4 because it's this, you know, it's that much. And you can eat it. Yeah. And maybe because if it's food coloring dye, it could be edible. So it could actually just be a couple cartoony images and they're different every time. Maybe it's a joke, like a Bazooka Joe. Huh? Somebody do that and send me the first prototype. Perfect. No problem. You're welcome. Yeah, that would be it. If you could hack into the sync port. Yeah, the problem is it's just such a small space to have like what is really needed. Yeah. I come up with the ideas. The problem is I have so many things going on right now. And I'm looking to see what else I got over here. It's just too much. It's too much. I think I know I've talked about this stuff before. I'm currently working on a project, and Lou, I probably will have to text you because I wanted to mail you something to try to get something out like a week before Halloween, but who knows if that'll happen. Yeah, this side towards the screen, and if I can dream it, see, I said it only because run with it. This is your Kickstarter project. You guys want to change it up? This is it. Get your film bubble gum. Oh my goodness. I think it'd be cool, right? Because it could be blue. Oh yeah, because you can have different colors. Yeah. Yeah. Different colors. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna work on it. I'm gonna work on it later tonight. Make some homemade. It'll be all organic. It's gonna be organic bubble gum. Is that a thing? Can we do that? Oh, good. We still have AliExpress open here. Guys, there's something else happening actually. I just realized. Let me see here. Let me bring it up. All right, let me just make sure. This is a sneak peek at a little short I'm about to release. Does anyone care? Guys, this is major. So any of you that follow me on social media, especially specifically Instagram, you know I like this little mini camera. I got like 3 of them. They're so cool. Do you see what website I'm on though? I'm not on AliExpress. Guys, Five Below got these stupid things in now. They're gonna take my AliExpress affiliate links. $20 is still, it's not bad. It comes with an SD card. It's like 64 megabyte SD card. But it is at Five and Below. And they have a couple other cameras. They're the same trash cameras you've seen already. But $20 if you're bored, if you don't want to deal with AliExpress and the shipping. I'm pretty sure though, when I got on AliExpress, I got it for $14 and the shipping was free. But anyways, yeah, I was kind of bummed though because that I have my affiliate link in my bio. You could also find it at knoptop.com where I have my Amazon link. So if you're going to buy anything on Amazon, go to knoptop.com and click Amazon. But in that knoptop.com link tree, you'll see these little cameras. And I have a tutorial coming up where it's going to be everything you need to know about these cameras because I actually have been using this little mini camera a lot. I've modified it. I tried it with these little, I have everything at arm's length. I tried it with these little lenses, these old vintage phone lenses. I thought would be awesome for a wide angle. Unfortunately, if you decide to go this way, try this out. These two are the only two that work. This one, this wide angle lens is garbage. And the focal length isn't the same. It doesn't work correctly, so it's blurry. But if you wanted to have some fun, and I'm going to look at some other cell phone attachments because I think there's a kit that they sell that's like 20 different lenses. This is back when iPhones used to just have one lens and all the phones had one lenses. And there's like little diamond, all the different typical lens filters. It has them. So I thought this would be fun. And because they're so small, you just throw them in your pocket. It's a little digital camera. Like I can literally have all of those components in a little satchel case. I'm looking to see if I have one. Yeah, I kind of do. You could have that camera and all those lenses in this, and it's just like, it's kind of fun. Unrelated, check this out. You guys would never believe this even existed. This is, I think they sent this to me and I was supposed to do a video on it. It never happened. Look at this crazy contraption. This is a lav mic. Look at this. This is a lav mic. I don't know why they decided to make it this way. It has 2 openings, one for the mic and one for the charger, and then another one on this side. And this is what's crazy. Do you guys see the name on that? This is an Aperture lav mic that they sold. It came with this wind muff. What in the world? Come on. wind muff that's white, like, but this isn't the microphone. This is how this was. This would clip on your body, lav mic cord would come up, and you'd have a lav mic. I never liked it because I don't trust anything, like, I just don't trust it with the battery. When's it dead? And it doesn't even light up until you plug it in. So let me plug something into this thing. Gotta make sure it's the right side. Out, in. Oh, there we go. So you plug it in and it tells you it's good. Do you trust it? There's no on and off switch. I tried taking this thing apart. You can't switch out the battery. It's like soldered in. But yeah, Aperture made a lav mic and it came in this little case. I'm curious. I might have to do a YouTube search real quick just to see if anyone actually ever ended up making a video about this thing. I kind of felt bad because they sent me this and I thought it was cool, but I just never really got into lav mics on my phone that much. I already had one and I had a Rode. But yeah, Aperture. I think they only do lights now, right? Yeah, seriously, that is like a legit dead cat. It was a big white fur ball. It's a dead cat fur ball. That's awesome that you had that same one. That's cool that other people have it. Oh, I just realized too, it does have like an embossed logo right there. You can see it. Aperture. This is the other thing. Okay, I know I was talking about this for this camera over here, right here. Let's get this. I don't want to look at it. I already see these things every day. But like, this is way too much stuff. Could you imagine, like, this is how much stuff, this is for a phone lav mic, or you could use it in your camera. This is for one lav mic. What? You have the phone adapter. You have the adapter for the camera. You have the charging adapter with a little USB at the end. Don't lose that. This is the only way you can charge it with that kind of a setup. This plugs into the metal part. Then you have your lav mic with this giant long cord. Okay, that's in the one side. This was the big thing. You can't have a proprietary charging system. That's just terrible. Could you imagine just like you drop it somewhere, you lose it, and then you have like an emergency shoot? I was like, nah, not gonna happen. And the problem too is, I know you can't see this that well. The way this thing went in, it all has like just a little basket at the bottom, and so it doesn't really fit in. You have to like tuck all these cords into this little lower basket, otherwise they'll fall out. And at this case, they might as well have just made this whole side just an entire screen so you can just zip it. Look at that. That is not ideal. So then we have the mic connector thing. Dead cat. What else is in there? What the heck else is in there? Guys, there's something else. I don't even know what this is. What is that tape? You had this mic before. Is that tape in there? It won't come out. It's like it's supposed to be in there. Oh, it just melded itself to the... What in the world? It's like gaffer's tape. What in the squirrel? White. One big fluffy white puffball. That's hilarious. And I've had this for a long time, so maybe there's a black one that I used to have. Maybe I use it for something else. Yeah, seriously. The lav mic cable is super long, and I know like typically with long cables you need a little booster battery, and I guess that's what that little metal thing is. Anyways, it was one of those things. It's kind of crazy how much that technology is changing. I mean, I haven't thrown it away, right? So I find some use with this thing, but the big thing for me is, when am I going to use it? But I still have it. I just still am not into the disposable rechargeable mics. Like, I don't know, all these mics they're making, They have built-in rechargeable batteries, and it's like what you get like 2 years out of it before you can't really rely on it, right? That would be my fear with those, all the new ones. That's one of the reasons I used to have the original Rode mics, but I got rid of them because I was just stressed always maintaining the batteries. I'm like, do I have to charge these every few months? Like, I don't know what to do with these things. I think they're perfect for people that are using them every single day. And then, especially if you're only using them, like you're using them every single day for like 20 minutes or so, and that way you're just using just a little bit, charge it up, it's ready to go, last you an hour or whatever. But let's see I want to make sure I didn't miss anything. So going back to that camera, yes, not alone. I did see that video. He got it too. I was like, oh, that's so smart. He tried to use it to make that movie. I thought it was pretty good. It was pretty neat. He has pretty good production, pretty good ideas too. But yeah, I did see that. The short film it wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad. I was, I'm always hoping for a little more because really the camera is very capable. And I personally like that it has the limitation. I talked before about the Ultra HD flip camera, and it has the same limitation. It basically is one of these mini cams, but it's not so tiny. And the form factor of the miniature camera is cool because of those attachments, those camera attachments that I think there's. Oh yeah, I did. If you guys follow my Instagram, I did the one with the zoom lens. You can get like a 20 times zoom, those big ones. Actually, one of the first YouTube videos I did, how to get depth of field. You can totally get depth of field with one of those zoom lenses. I mean, it's like a 200 millimeter zoom, super hard to hold steady, but because it has that focus option, you can dial it in. I guess you could also recreate it just by sticking the camera into the viewfinder of binoculars. Just stick that camera, you could just tape it on there. You can see the back because it has the little LCD screen, hit record, and then you can just rack focus. That would actually probably be better. All right. We're writing this down. We're writing these down. I'm going to put it in my phone right now, actually. That's a good idea. Where is my ideas? Yeah, I want to mini camera into binoculars. And the idea with that is because the binoculars will be heavier, you can just hold them like this. One lens is the camera. The other lens you can look through, so you can still reference the LCD on the back, but you could also look through the viewfinder, and you got your head to stabilize it. It's got it all. Binocular filmmaking. Guys, you're getting it all tonight. Holy smokes. Are you kidding me? Crazy. Crazy ideas. You're going to be like chewing your film bubble gum, zooming in, getting your binocular movie film. And I know they do make surveillance binoculars with built-in DVRs, because that was the second mini DV camera I ever had as a kid. I got one and it had a proprietary software, and I never could get it to work right. I went to one ice hockey game and I used it. And it was crazy though, because the camera was in the middle. So you would have this awesome view through the lens of the binoculars. And I remember it was so disappointing because I thought, this thing's going to look awesome. And the camera that's in the center is like half the distance. So the binoculars are multiplying like 50 times zoom, and the camera on top wasn't. I was like, no. This wouldn't be the case with our new invention, because you just put it over one lens. Super cool. Super cool. Guys, is anything else happening? I'm going to check these comments. I know you're probably doing other things. I appreciate you guys hanging out, listening to me ramble about this stuff. I got a really cool project I'm working on, and it's going to involve instant film. Sweet Lou's photography. It's one of his favorite topics, instant film. And so I'm excited to get that out and do that. And I don't know if I mentioned this on my reels and stuff, but I am into Game Boy camera photography. These are some stickers I had made, and I am like terrible at marketing, but the Instagram channel is called Game Boy Camera Hand. Do you see why? It's sort of that Santa Cruz logo, kind of a digital version of that. I kind of recreated, and has the Game Boy camera with an eyeball that basically looks like my thing, but these stickers are cool. I got a whole bunch of them. I don't know what to do with them. I had my Instagram feed. I offered them up just to send them out to people. Nobody seemed interested. So I'm like, well, I guess I should charge just to make it some value. But it's a cool sticker. It's holographic. You can kind of see how it changes color. My biggest struggle with stickers is I don't know where to stick them. Where can I put this that I can at least enjoy it for the next couple years? Because I'm like, if I put it on my computer needs updated. I'm going to get rid of it. Where do you guys stick stickers? I need to know right now in the comments. That is the biggest thing. I think of the guys that do the mold, silicone molds and stuff, and they make like copies of things, whatever, mold making. They have their little pressure tank, and they always have cool stickers on that. I'm like, oh, that's cool. If you have a shop, you can put it on your big air compressor tank. That's a cool place for stickers because those tanks last for years. Toolbox, I guess. I don't have a toolbox. I mean, I have one, but I'm going to stick that on my toolbox? Guys, where am I going to stick stickers? Come on. I need to know. Should they be magnets? Gosh, now I don't know. Magnets. I was hoping Nick might stop in on this live stream. I know it's kind of late, but magnets. Wonder if that might be an option. I guess you can always turn any sticker into a magnet. But I'm not getting any feedback on where to put stickers. So you guys might either just be slow, might be a little lag, or I think it is a challenge that a lot of people. I don't have a cool metal cooler. I do have, oh yeah, I have this glass, like one of those drinking like water jug things. I guess I could put a couple stickers on that. That could be an option. It's glass though, and it's got a silicone protective thing on it. So I could only put a couple stickers. See, it doesn't work for me, man. Let's see what we got here. Have you ever looked into the Kodak Ektra smartphone? Very cool Super 8 camera sim app. Has 8 Kodak still cells. Interesting. Now, no, I don't know anything about that. Let's look it up. The Kodak Ektra. Is it a phone? Oh my gosh. Where did this thing come from? Let's take a look here. This guy has one. Let's see what this thing. So it has a built-in app. Interesting. I very vaguely remember this. So does this have an external battery or is it a built-in battery? How funny. So that must be the app. Interest. What? 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 Built-in battery. So it has a built-in battery. Have you taken yours apart yet? Have you had to replace the battery, or can you just like rig it up with like a USB adapter so it's always charging? This is so curious. Oh, this is some of the video out of it. Uh-oh. Guys, that video. Does this have the effect on it? Because what the heck? What the heck? Cowboy Studios, remember them? Like, I don't know, what is this? This is like given me nightmares of that Super 8 Kickstarter camera that I got. Look at that. See, that's the problem. So this is where right here, that this is that digital video that is just bad because it's so sharp. It's HD looking, probably is HD. It's just not fun. So would I be able to put an effect on this? Worst phone I've used. It's a phone. Guys, am I this out of touch? Let's look, film look. Nope. Nope. Oh, okay. Video sample. Ektra. It's called Ektra, right? I'm not crazy. Right? Yeah. How funny they... I'm curious. I'll have to look into that. Okay, that's what I like to see. That's where I've done that before on some of my older cameras. I'll down res or put it into the 4x3 setup so that way it's like at least it's just video. That's one of the reasons. That's so curious that it's built in. All right, I appreciate you mentioned that because now I have something else to look into. Doesn't look like there's a ton of videos out there either, like because of the weird thing. Super 8. There we go. So this is 7 years ago. 7 years ago. Which means it's 2023. No, what? 2003? What am I saying? 2013. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So it's 2017, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. 2017. 2017 doesn't seem that long ago. What the heck, man? I'm way off. So this was a phone? How funny. I'll tell you what, the form factor. And I got something over here. And I think I mentioned this before in my other stream. This thing's crazy. Form factor. This is the form factor we want, right? We want this. Instead of doing this, it's like you slide the phone in here, slide the phone in, and then you shoot. I bought one of these. I think I already have 2 of them. But like every once in a while they'll pop up on eBay and I'm like, it's a neat mechanism. I mean, this is stuff that I think most people could probably just 3D print. I mean, it's very basic. Like the only thing that would be hard is this lens mirror mechanism inside here. Because what it does is there's a mirror so the camera actually is like inverted when it records. But if they could have made that with a little, I mean, they put a little nub on the end of it. Yeah, this side towards the screen. I don't know if you have a YouTube channel, if you have videos on this. You should make a video about this because this doesn't look like anyone's made a newer video. Let's check the filter date. Someone, oh wait, it's this guy. Someone opened it up. No, wait, that's not what we want. We don't want that one. What is this? No, we don't want the Ektar. We want the Ektra. That was probably a naming flaw. See, look at that. 6 years ago is the most recent one. I think you're going to need to do a video on this, man. No one's talking about this thing anymore. I'm amazed that the battery's still good. Oh, that stinking little lens. See, this is what I don't like about... Oh, here we go. Ektra. So, this is what we can expect. It's different. And this is the best example, I'm sure, because like somebody walking, like what? And this is legit, but, oh, that's it. I was going to say, if this was on a phone, because let's make this smaller, right? Can we make it even smaller? Cool. Can I go even smaller? Oh, I can. Look at that. See, now, imagine this. You're looking at this on a phone. It was never meant to be big. And now it's kind of interesting. Doesn't look too bad. It just looks like it has a filter over top of it, though. Very interesting. That's good. That's good to learn some new things, some new old tech that came and went. I do remember it vaguely coming through. But now it's got me wondering, because there's this other camera that I've had my eye on since about 2015. And let me show you real quick. I can never remember the name of this stupid thing. So I got to check my eBay watch list. And I'm pretty confident. What is the name? Oh, what the heck? For some reason, I'm not signed in. I don't understand. All right, here we go. We go to my watch list. And we're going to find it here. Here we go. Yeah, see, you got the right idea. If you can find out how to transfer that app, that would be the main thing. All right, let me see. I have to navigate my watch list. I have way too many things I'm watching. Switch it to most recent. Recently added. That's what we like to see. And there's some top secret stuff here that I'm going to do some videos on, so I don't want to show you guys that. Oh, that's crazy. They were $50 a couple years ago. All right, guys. How long ago did I start watching this stupid thing? I might have. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Son of a gun. Let me go back. Yep, here it is. Let me bring that up for you. This item actually sold. Okay, dang, I should have been watching this one. This one actually sold at a reasonable price. Guys, if you know what this is the Nizumi first generation. And if you know, you know. This camera has such a unique look. And I remember years ago, I saw it and I was like, what is going on? Let's go on. We're just going to watch it here. It has such a unique look. And now compared to, actually, see, this is something, it's something with the saturation. I guess some of this could be recreated in editing, but it has such, it's like this, just a little bit oversaturated. It has a little bit of a vignette. But these cameras are on eBay and they sell them for like $500 or $600. And it's like, ugh, what? Come on. But this is like the closest weird video film look. So can we make this full screen? What will happen? I don't know. I think it's pretty neat. And yeah, this is something, and my one buddy mentioned this and I thought it was such a good idea. He's like, we should get one and like take it apart and find out what the chip is and just see if there's a company still making these chips. It's the only camera that recreates this look. Let me just look at the name of it again. It's the Superheads digital, oh, sorry, it's like there. Digital Harazumi. Can I get the computer to just say the word? Whoa. Anyways, for years, and I still think, because these videos, I guess this one wasn't uploaded too long ago, I still think the people that have shared these videos, they haven't compressed the videos correctly. So I think the quality could actually still be better than what this represents, but it's so unique. It's something I've never seen in any other Digicam. And that's why, and this is, and specific to the first gen, because they made multiple generations. I think they have like 4 different generations. And I remember this is back in the Vimeo days. There was people uploading them to Vimeo, and I was watching. I used to compare, and as they were making newer versions, this was the one, the first gen. So if you're really got some money to spend, man, someone got a deal on this, because that's a reasonable price at that point. Because typically, let's just see what these go for. So go up here. Wow, the price. See, I shouldn't say wow. Like, I'm used to seeing the 600, which is still way too expensive. Can I reset this? Sorry, guys. I just realized I like shrunk the window. Sorry about that. I don't know how to fix it. Oh wait, I got to do it over here. What am I doing? There we go. We're back in business. Yeah, we'll watch that one. But like, this is the thing. This is just too crazy. Like, come on. I mean, you see the thing. It's tiny. It's tiny. Of all the cameras, right? Like, of all the cameras, they're going to make endless supply. Like, imagine if these things ended up at 5 and below for $20, right? Oh my gosh. Won't see it though. Whatever that chip is, it's just so peculiar. But even at, see, this is just, even at 200, and this isn't even, see, this is the 2 plus plus plus. Not interested in that one. You can't see it. The 2 plus plus plus, not interested. It's got a different look. How do I know? I don't. Let's find out. Let's see. Here we go. Is this a comparison? Now, I can't tell if this is a comparison. Oh, there we go. Oh, I was hoping they were comparing the other cameras. But in my opinion, it just looks different. It's down the bottom. Oh, you can't even see it. Sorry, guys. Hang on. It's this bottom right one. I don't like the way he split the screen up. That's no good. Lame. But that's where for $200, no, you know what we're gonna do? We're not gonna have that cool little thing. You just go back old school. You just get the tube video camera, right? And get the little conversion box, do a couple little solder points, and now you have a camera that captures that look on a lot higher quality signal. Just my personal preference. And it's got some heft to it, so it's not going to be all like shaky. It'll actually be like less shaky. But yeah, the quality, it's like, and it is a thing you can just kind of pixel peep and see. But yeah, it's different. It's different. This guy's got one. Let's see here. They actually film. Okay, here we go. These are just photos. Photos with a camera. How weird. Well, that's about it. Where was we? Where was we? Yeah, I'm kind of camera out. I don't need more stuff. But just to show you guys, if you're not familiar with it, recorder, DVR, I think. I think it's called, it's this one right here. This is the one that everyone's getting for their mini DV cameras. And this is about the price, $150, power play. They do look kind of cool, like on the really small little mini DV cameras, little handheld ones. It looks like is supposed to be there. And ultimately, it probably would be the cheapest way to go about it compared to like a big lens. But if you're going to be focusing and doing stuff, I don't know if I want a little lens. If I'm going to put up DVR on it, might as well just be big. But I am keeping an eye out because if I do come across one of these, I might end up still getting it just because it's all built in. Now, I don't think, let me just double check. Does it have a built-in battery? I don't know if it does. Maybe? Not sure. Shooting with the Pentax Q with the 8mm 13 vintage camera lens. Reduce the frame rate, add grain, noise, but it looks good. Okay, that's cool then. I'm not familiar with the Pentax Q. So that means I copy and paste and then we learn about it. Okay. I get you. I get you. Did they make a purple one? Crazy. $1,500. That's crazy. Just because it's purple. That's how big it is? Wait, do you have the mini one? Wait, mini review. Is that, why does it look small? That was something I was feeling nostalgic and I'm like, oh, the little tiny cameras, the security cameras, the C-mount camera lenses. I'm going to get one of those. I remember years ago, DSLR video shooter did a video on it and they're like super cheap options. You get on eBay and they're like $50 for some of these lenses. Like people are out of their minds and it's frustrating because I think there's like TikTok videos and things coming up and people watch them. Actually, let's just see. So if we go up here to C-mount lens, right? C-mount 16mm. I was trying to replace one because I took one apart and it broke. C-mount, like what is going on? What? What? Guys, what? Stop it. I don't understand what's happening right now. Okay, so let's just keep moving forward. What are we doing? This lens was like a $15 lens. What in the world? Is this crazy? Because years ago, I was going to do a video where I was going to compare and I was going to be like, 16mm lens. Yeah, I can afford one of those because they're like $15. What is this? Look, like people are out of their minds. Like they're totally riding this wave of like people getting back into this. I don't know if someone made a video about this stuff or what, but like, now this one's not too bad except it doesn't have an iris control, which is what you need. Right here, this one. This is actually the lens I have that I broke. It's a super cheap lens. What is going on? Exactly. I have 8mm cameras, pay 20, and you get, oh, that's the way to go. This side towards the lens. It's the bet. That is the smartest thing. Are you kidding me? So we're going to get a turret C-mount lens camera. Oh, what is this? What the heck? Oh, these are the rabbit holes we go on. Look at this crazy thing. What in the world? Okay, back on track. What were we doing? I look up turret. What the heck? This is like a thing? Look at this. Guys, are we discovering new things that never existed? Never. What? Okay, well, I thought that would be the quick way. I was going to say film camera. That is crazy. But yeah, there you go. So I don't know if this is this a C-mount? Now, the only difference is I guess these lenses don't have the iris control, right? Because I think that's what you need. At least that's what I needed when I was hooking them up to my DSLR. because it would disconnect from the electronic iris and stuff or something like that. It's been a while. I shouldn't even try to replace it because I've used it twice and it's kind of cool. It puts a vignette, but you got the right idea. Get the camera, because if that's the case, in a way, let's say you have a C-mount, it's almost like, let's go and just get a security camera. Security camera, we'll just say Sony vintage. I don't know. I can't spell vintage. It doesn't matter. But it's almost like cheaper just to buy like one of those vintage security cameras. If I could spell it. I don't even know what they're called. You probably need a specific name. That is so frustrating. So C-mount zoom. Maybe a zoom lens. I got one for my Game Boy camera. Now I'm like wondering. It's insane. All right, let's see here. Guys, no, this, what? Okay, I'm getting frustrated. The FOMO's kicking in. I'm like, am I gonna have to start like hoarding these things whenever I come across a reasonably priced one? I think I'm typing something wrong. Okay, there we go. This isn't too bad. Now we're back in business. This seems like a realistic price, but I don't understand the size. So you have your iris control. It's got a zoom lens. What does it say? Does it actually say what? 12 to 75. 12 to 75. That one actually looks pretty high quality, I think, because it, like with those screw mounts and stuff. Do I need one? No. Will I save it? Yes. All right, what do we got here? Been using the D mount. Interesting. See, maybe that's where I just need to, I don't even know about that. I didn't even know there was a different option. Now the D mount would be for the Super 8 cameras, is that right? Those aren't too bad priced, some of them at least, but even still. They used to be the alternative, like, I want to get a cool lens for a couple bucks. Look at these prices. Okay, doesn't matter what these prices are. Let me look at what's sold, right? Okay, see, at least people aren't crazy. It would drive me nuts if a bunch of these sold at ridiculous prices. So people are just pricing them crazy, just hoping someone might bite. But it looks like $40, maybe a $60 one for a vintage. This one's like kind of specific. I don't even understand how mine broke. This one looks cool though. 38 millimeter. That one looks good too. This was a good deal. This one just has a cool, just all metal look. That's pretty cool, that one. So this is a D mount. I don't know a ton about that stuff, but it probably isn't much different, right? It's just a little bit of diameter difference and you just get a different adapter. Easy. Easy. All right, well now see, we're learning all kinds of new stuff. Yeah, these lenses are crazy out of control. But you got the right idea. So I'm curious, what film cameras have those types of lenses? Super 8, right? Or is it 8 millimeter? I bet it's 8 millimeter. That's probably the way to go. You think about it. Hey, Broken Prop Ace RC, how you doing, man? Thanks for joining. We're just surfing eBay right now. All right, I'm gonna look up 8 millimeter turret camera because really, I always like this style. But like, you look at those prices of those lenses, and technically, in my mind, I'm like, well, those lenses, I guess they don't have iris control, but 3 lenses for 60 bucks is way better than 150 for one. But I don't know much about these specific ones. A whole other thing. Let's just look at some of these lenses. Yeah, these ones are pretty basic. There's not even a focus option, right? Is that? Do these focus? I don't know much about these. Doesn't look like it. I'm always obsessed with these turret cameras. You know, it's so dumb because it's not like people are actually buying these things. But at one point in the craziness of me just coming and going and moving and stuff, I had this camera in way better condition. And I remember just throwing it into a box and being like, take it to the Goodwill. I don't got time to deal with this. Like, what? Why wouldn't I just throw it up on eBay? Well, probably because this is why. Let's find out. Let's do a search. And then let's search completed. This is probably why I didn't throw it up on eBay. Yeah. Oh, I guess a couple have sold. So that's what you can expect. $8. Not a big deal. These cameras are like solid metal bricks. And I've had the one I had for the longest time. I was like, I just want to take it apart. Because now that the technology is so good, I'm thinking you could almost fit that micro as like this camera's internals. Take this little mini DV camera, stick the internals inside of that turret camera. Wherever it is. Okay, I'm starting to get the tabs opened up. Hey, what do we got? Broken prop. Hey, you want to see more of me at flight test? Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully, I guess it probably won't be till after winter, right? Like, I don't know any big events that's going on up there to get me back up there again. But you never know. I guess, yeah, it's already October, November, December. It'll be next year probably. But hey, they should make it down to Dayton. Come on down here. All kinds of airplane stuff going on down here. I guess that's not a good place to fly RC planes though, since there's so many airports and stuff. But I appreciate you coming by, stopping by, hanging out. But yeah, these cameras are heavy, and especially with the 8mm cameras. I know there's the film project that has 8mm film, but most of these 8mm cameras will never be used ever again. So I guess it is kind of a silly thing to try to retrofit one of these with digital, just because you can't really focus much or at all. So like, well, what's the point, right? I just think it would be neat to just get some more life out of some of these things. And I know years ago there was the one company that came out with that little cartridge you put in, but that was for Super 8 cameras. I just think the technology is actually here. You get one of those little lo-fi DV cams, right? Stick it inside here, or you get like that one, whatever that one camera we were looking at with the crazy view. What's it called? The digital Horizonumi. There's a right way to say it. I'm not saying it correctly. All right, Not Alone, thanks for hanging out, man. Yeah, I'm gonna wrap things up here a couple more minutes. So I appreciate you hanging out, surfing the internet with us. Like I said, man, we're gonna be watching that YouTube channel. Make sure you get something uploaded here soon, or you can maybe retrofit and get one of these old video cameras. Be sure to check the links in the description. Come back and check out those other videos if you're interested. Pretty cool channels I mentioned. All right, good night. Look at that. Look at that. How many times something like this is going to pop up on eBay? I don't know. I'm obsessed with these stupid turret lenses, man. It's crazy. I used the Bolex camera in my younger days. Those are crazy lenses. So these would have iris controls, right? Like that's back here. You would adjust that, and then this would be the focus. Is that right? Makes me wonder now. Yeah, see, and like you say that, and I actually have one in the other room for that exact reason. I got rid of the old one I had, and I got this one. It has a broken handle in it, so I don't think I'm going to bother with it too much. I mean, I guess it wouldn't take much, but it's huge. It's like a big shoulder mount one. But The problem is, I know my issue, I spend so much time just wanting the next best, next camera, that it's like, I'm not barely even using the one cameras I've been using the most is this stupid thing, this tiny little camera I probably used the most this year. Just because it's so fun. I put it in my pocket. I don't even know where I have it right now. Look at this. This is unrelated. This is actually from a order I made a long time ago. I don't even think the battery works in this anymore. This is a little camera. As we're looking at cameras, I have a camera that has like a little built-in USB and doesn't have an LCD screen on the back, and you just snap photos. It needs a new battery, but that's kind of neat. It's got that weird, like, rubbery soft. It's not sticky yet, but it's like that stuff that eventually starts getting really sticky and gross. You kind of have to rub it down with alcohol to get rid of it. I never liked that stuff. Does it have an SD card? No. But yeah, there was a whole series of videos I was going to do all my miniature cameras long before this camera ever showed up. Craziness. Craziness. Pentax Q. Yeah, that's fun. I guess it is weird to think, like, I feel kind of like, yeah, I'm glad I got in while these lenses were cheap. Even though mine's broken, at least I got to experience it for not without having to pay a bunch of money. So that's a D-mount fixed focus with, I guess that's the f-stop adjustment. Those look super tiny. $25 each, new old stock. Not wild. 13 millimeter. With my Game Boy camera, I have it modified so it has one of these zoom lenses. Now I'm wondering how much I paid for it. Actually, look. Everything's within arm's reach. I have got this lens. Maybe that's what I got to look up. Let's see if it has a name. Oh, here, there's something. No, let's look that up real quick. A CCD. CCTV lens. Man, what is going on? I guess it's just the reality. It's just these maybe less and less stock. Okay, this is more realistic right here. 14 bucks. But I guess this would be the f-stop. It's a 50 millimeter. Let's see if they have a 16 millimeter. Okay. See if this has an iris adjustment. I don't think it does. Just the focus. But maybe that's the magic ingredients. Just type in CCD and then you get reasonably priced lenses or just really bad ones. Nope, not that. CCD. See if there's a zoom one. What is this? What the? Look at that. Look at the way that, I don't even know what that's a D mount? That's weird. I don't understand that mount. C1Y2 mount. No clue what that is. But they're cheap. Retrofit something like that, huh? Yeah, see? You can just watch me surf the internet. Okay, there we go. There we go. That looks like my box. Yeah, okay. I'm not crazy. 38 available, $14. There's our zoom. There we go. We got our zoom and our iris control. Oh, actually, do we have the iris control? Hang on. Yeah, there's two bars. So one's for the iris. It's not the coolest looking one, but at least they still exist. This says SCS mount. So I don't know. I'm not buying this stuff all the time. So, oh, here we go. We have a 5 to 50 millimeter. 5 to 50 millimeter. Let's look that up. 5 to 50 millimeter. All right, so this must be the one I got. It looks just like it. Not bad. $24. Okay, it's on the high end, but I do use it pretty regularly. This has the zoom, the iris control, and the focus. Okay, okay. All right, thanks guys for watching, hanging out. I know there's people are kind of coming and going, hanging out and stuff. I know with this lens, while I'm talking about it, and then I think I'm done for the night. I wanted to try, they have those silicone wedding bands, right? And I was measuring the largest ones that they make because I thought, similar to my bracelet adjustment focus ring that I had in my tutorial years ago on my knoptop channel, where you could put it, it was a little focus assist silicone band. I thought you could get the silicone bands, but they're like the rings, put it on one of these lenses. Dude, this is idea central tonight, right? So you take the largest diameter ring, it'd be like a super fat ring, I think. I don't know what the largest ones they make. But then instead of these little pins sticking out, you can kind of see here, there's like those metal pins in this area. You could unscrew those, and then you could just have 3 silicone rings, or 2, one for the focus and one for the iris, and it would give you that grip. I think it'd be cool. It's something else on my list of things I got to try. I don't think the ring stretches that much, so that's one of the things. And I guess somebody would say, well, just put some tape on it. But I just thought it'd be neat because some of those rings, they have these weird textures. If you flip them inside out, they have like these crosshatch patterns. And I just thought it'd be so cool to have a lens like this. You get it for 25 bucks, right? Is it free shipping? Yeah, it's free shipping. So you could have a focus ring. You can make the camera, you can make the lens look a lot cooler and be really functional. Just an idea. Let's see what side toward the screen. I wanted to take an old Kodak Brownie camera and just put a sensor in it with a screen embedded in the box. Oh yeah, those things, and there's tons of them. That Bakelite box, you probably, I was gonna say, if you put a screen, would you put it on the outside of it, or you put it in it? When I was younger, I had a drawing where I put the screen inside the viewfinder. So I don't know if that would work with the Brownie camera, because you look through, oh yeah, you look through that little lens. But if you could put that like a prism in there and then have it reflect down to your actual monitor, then you could just see it through that little back lens. That could be kind of cool. And there's a trick. This is what's so neat about this. I was only learning about this recently. I repainted one of those Brownies, made it teal, and I was doing some research, and there's a hack where you take the lens out of the front and you flip it backwards, and it gives it this really weird like zoomed focus thing where it almost like isolates the focus down to the center, makes the sides really vignetted. And it's so fun to think that in the old days when these cameras were like popular, people were just messing around with them, doing stuff like that, and that was a pretty common trick. And there's actually even a company that made replacement lenses similar to how we have filters and stuff, and so you could put different ones in there. I don't know where I came across this, but it's on the internet. You can look into it. But that would be even cool, just flipping that lens around and sticking a little digital camera. But that's where, again, it always comes down to the quality of the video, and that's the struggle I've always had. All these cameras, especially the mini, like the little digicams, the newer stuff, it's like this old tech from that era where just digital video is just so bad because they try to make it look so crispy and like high res. And personally, I would just love it if they, and I think this is with whatever this is called, the digital Hirizumi. The digital Hirizumi. I think it records at 24 frames a second. I think that's another thing that's unique about it, that actually has like a simulated film look. Let's see here. I'm gonna watch more of it. But it would be really curious to stick one of those through an old vintage camera lens, and maybe that would be the trick. Maybe that's it. You take this, you would have this lo-fi crappy. Actually, that's where I think, if nothing else, don't go to Five Below. Just click the link at knoptop.com. I have these available. They're on it. They're on AliExpress. You can take them apart really easily. They just pop apart, and it is the smallest electronics inside there that could be retrofitted into so many different things. The only problem is there's no way to extend the lens from where the viewfinder is. So the viewfinder or the LCD screen's on the back, and you only get about maybe an inch and a half of movable lens, camera lens, unless you were really good at soldering where you could extend that on a cable and really have it look. But this thing will fit into almost anything. That's why I think it's kind of neat, where it's like, oh my gosh, like I just need this with like a couple little components that like be able to stretch that, and I could turn stuff like this into video cameras, right? Like this whole thing. This thing's still pretty cool. This has a mirror inside there that it does like a reflect lens thing. But I thought about putting a camera in this, but then I'm like, I already have a camera that looks like this. It's the Tyco camera. All right, guys. I appreciate you guys hanging out. Yeah, for those bands. Yeah. And actually, I want to look here. Let's see. Silicone ring bands. XX large. Yeah, see, this is why I imagined. Oh, what the heck? Maybe this is why I didn't end up buying them. Look at what the heck? $54. Yeesh. Yeah, maybe this is why I gave up on this little idea. I was trying to get these real fancy ones. It's like, why do I just want a lens that looks cool? It's not going to look cool. It's a tiny little lens. But anyways, thanks again, guys, for hanging out. I guess I'm going to feed my cat. I don't know. I hear him meowing. As always, as never before, I appreciate it. This is like a random hangout. I know people are coming and going, so I don't know if I'm going to leave this on as a replay. Probably. Who knows? I think it was good. We covered a lot of stuff. Holy knoptop. Thanks for watching. knoptop. Go make something. That'd be a perfect time for the logo to come in. There's the logo. High tech. All right, we're done. See you guys. Thanks again for hanging out.